Jane, what are we looking to tackle today?
If we could just sort of, learn to sit when we cross the road.
Okay, so impulse control.
Yeah.
Okay.
And cross the road.
So specifically those moments we want her to go, oh, it's a crossroad, we usually practice waiting here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I know you're ready. Let's go. We're gonna work on a very specific skill today, but first I need my little friend Sophie to blow off some steam. So, come on. That's why I've got the long leash.
What's going on? Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out.
Okay, we're gonna work on a very specific cue today. Anytime we're about to cross the road, we're gonna say crossing, and then we're gonna mark and reward with the yes and a snack. Okay, crossing. Yes. And now we can cross. Let's do a couple more. Crossing. Yes, good girl. Right now the treats are helping her a lot, but I'm okay with that. This is not a scenario where I want to be picky as to how I mark and reward or exactly what gets her to understand the cue and what it means. Right now we want to just establish that meaning, whatever it takes, and we can slowly wean off of treats. We can slowly get her to offer that behavior naturally on her own as well. Maybe sometimes I won't be able to say the cue. And just like now, she starts to offer because it becomes predictable. So I do want to add the cue, so I still want to say crossing. That way she hears it and the promise of a treat comes, and we practice just waiting. Crossing! Gonna help her there. We're gonna follow through. Say one more time. Crossing. And go. Crossing. Yes, good job, Sophie. Go. We're not gonna cross too much. We're just gonna practice being by the sidewalk for now and get that cue. That cue always happens at the end of the sidewalk. That way it's a clear visual indicator for her of what we're doing, or more so rather where we're doing it. Crossing! Yes, thank you, Sophie. Let's go. So the reason why I'm not practicing this cue indoors or anywhere else, it's because I want it to be very special and very unique to this moment, because this is not a situation where I need her to be confused. I need her to know exactly what happens when I say that and where I say it. It can be a matter of safety. Crossing. Yes, good job, Sophie. And as she gets better at this, I can wait a bit more and a bit more and a bit more to reward. That way we're working on her impulse control, and she's learning to keep that action longer than for just a second or for just a moment. Let's practice that again. Also, as you see, I'm not calling her to come and do this. Crossing. She knows on her own to come. If she's already slow and doing something else, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I actually want her to be slow in those moments where we're about to cross, right? So if she's already being slow, I don't want to call her. Maybe that'll get her excited, and then I'm going to ask her to do that particular skill. So instead, I just let her come. Once she's coming close, then we do the skill. We provide the cue that lets her know that we're about to cross. Let's do it again. Let's pretend that I'm choosing to cross here. Crossing! Yes, thank you, Sophie. Let's go. Now let's pretend that I want to come back. I'm just gonna give her a moment to smell there. Crossing! Yes, that's a bit better. Let's go. Crossing. She's taking a little bit longer. Yes, find it. To offer me the behavior. So this either lets me know that she is trying to fully understand it, and maybe she's trying a couple of different things to make sure what the behavior really is, what the cue really is, and or she's getting a bit tired. I know for her, impulse control is a big thing. She's a go, go, go girl. She's gonna try to get that treat, and I'm fine with that. Let's try this again. I want the cue to be what lets her know what I want her to do, not the treat. Crossing. Yes, there you go. Good job, Soph. Let's go take a break. Come on. Yeah, she's tired. Let's give her a break. Okay, now comes the real test. It's very noisy around here. And you can see I've switched to a shorter leash. I like that eye contact. That's something else we want to reward too. Anytime we're in a setting like this, there's a lot going on, a lot of noise. We are practicing our crossing skill, where Sophie learns to engage with us. Even better if she can provide us with a sit in moments like this where we're about to cross the street. So we're not going to cross. We're still practicing, but that's exactly what we're going to do, is practice. Crossing! Here we go. She knows that when she hears crossing, I've got a snack ready for her. And that for her is a clear message. And I've got it right here. But she still gets distracted. She still moves on. She still does what she normally does. And we practice on the cue. See, she focuses on other things. Then I say crossing. She knows what to expect. Slowly we can wean her off of the treat. See, there she controlled herself actually, so that was very good. She might have almost walked onto the street. We're gonna walk again. Remember, we always want to do this close to the edge where we are going to be crossing. Crossing! There we go. This is still her first day really practicing this. If you want to be more precise, you can even practice it exactly where you're going to be crossing. But for now, it's still early on. We can start to generalize the idea that by the edge of the sidewalk, that's where we're going to be stopping. Crossing! Yes, and her focus is the treat, but it helps her give me the behavior that I want. And that's how we're going to start with her. Gonna walk a little bit. This time I won't have a treat in my hands, but I will say the cue. Crossing! And there the treat does come. And you know what? Let's cross. Perfect. Good job, Sophie. Here you go. Well done. Crossing. It helps her focus for me to have snacks ready, especially for day one. Crossing. She'll try that. That's fine. So I didn't get the behavior that I wanted. I wanted her to not jump. I wanted her to instead just sit. So she's gonna try what she knows to do, and she'll see if that pays off. I'm gonna try this again. Crossing. This time we'll see how she does, because the treats are here. And she's not dumb, she knows that. There we go. Let's try that again. Crossing. There we go. We're doing again. Crossing. Yes, good job. So, crossing. So the more we practice, maybe we can wait for a little bit of eye contact, and that's where it's tough for her. Her impulse control is very, very difficult. So she tries what she knows. But if we wait for something a little bit slightly different, slightly more in the direction of what we want, we can start reinforcing that. But we have to give them scenarios like this where they can practice. They can make mistakes. They can try something else. There we go. but this is a lot to ask for today. Right now, I just want her to learn that when she hears crossing, it means we want sitting and waiting. It doesn't really matter to me for day one if she's sitting, waiting, and focused on the treat and focused on me. That actually helps for now. It helps make it so the behavior is something that's positive and desirable for her to repeat. And then as she gets it and becomes more ingrained, it can be less and less and less about the rewards, but it still has to pay off, especially when we do have a dog like Sophie that gets distracted quite easily. We want to have a setup that's making it easy for her to focus, even if that means having to use food or rewards to make it clear to her that she's done well. If she needs that support, we're going to provide it, and that can be done with her kibble, with her regular food. It can be done with treats, but of course if it's something difficult or a scenario where we have a lot of expectations, like with this exercise, we do want to make sure that we're establishing that positively and starting off strong so that our dogs enjoy doing that behavior. Then we slowly make it so it's something that they can do more easily for a little bit less and a bit less. Let's do a few more. Crossing! She's very distracted. I'm gonna say one more time. Crossing! Her brain might be just done. But I'm still gonna give her a few moments. Yeah, she's probably done. So in this case, I'm gonna help her out. Crossing, remind her what we're doing to complete the behavior. So her not doing it right now lets me know she's tired, she's done. This is pretty much the end of her drop-off session right now. We got panting, it's hot. She probably also wants some water from the treats. We'll do one more. And we'll end it up at that. Crossing. A little bit easier for her on this side. This is where she has practiced it the most, but we're ending on a good note. She's still offering the behavior when I ask for it. So we'll leave it at that for today. Let's go, Soph. Come on. All right.